Hello everyone, I'm Mike. Today, I'd like to talk with you about Seneca's philosophical wisdom. Freedom is the forger of shackles. I have gazed upon Rome's most exquisite prison, the golden bars entwined with ivy, sunlight weaving liquid gold through its lattice. Birds sing sweetly within, yet none hear the chains rustling in shadow. Those who shout loudest for freedom often forge the heaviest shackles. They drink wine to drown desire, only to drown in drunkenness. They chase power, molding others, or into golden masks, only to find their souls hollowed by vanity. Freedom, you cunning alchemist, you tear one contract, and 10,000 new parchments rise from the abyss. When asked how to tame fortune's storm, I answer, become the helmsman, not the storm. Grip the rudder as waves devour the timbers, each crack a testament to fortune's artistry. Like my exile on Corsica, waves clawing at the raft as jealousy gnaws at mortal hearts. Yet my soul remained anchored in port. True chains lie not in ankles, but in fears gilded by delusion. Observe the gilded statues in the Senate's dome. They cast eternal poses in bronze, yet imprison the sculptor's life. So too do we forge societal pillars from moral law, only to stoop in their shadow. Freedom begins when we kneel before necessity, when we discern which chains sculpt life's form. Time is the kindest blacksmith. It forges weapons from our flesh, then melts those weapons into chains. Some curse time for stealing youth, yet I see wisdom etched in every wrinkle. The nobleman complaining of imprisonment, does he know his jeweled shackles are forged from others' envy? Socrates' hemlock became the star's brightest jewel. When death becomes the final chain, the soul breaks free. Consider modern freedoms, villas built from wealth, are golden cages, desires spun from passion, are velvet traps. Even freedom of thought is but a shadow play of illusion. True liberation begins when we kneel before necessity, when we discern which chains sculpt life's form. The gladiator in the arena measures life's length by chains, yet expands the soul's domain through courage. When the crowd cheers for blood, true freedom is born in the clatter of shackles. As I wrote in on The Happy Life, we are ensnared by fortune's net, yet weave its holes into constellations. Look into your pupils. Two worlds gaze back, Plato's cave and truth's flame. How many chase illusions only to shackle themselves? The youth addicted to social arenas, forging golden collars from likes, drowning in information's tide. Behold the exiled poet, his chains the Senate's decree, yet carving sonnets into walls. The warrior robbed of legs, his chains fate's blade, yet wielding life's arc. They teach us freedom's grandest form emerges when we bow most deeply to limitation. Like Damascus steel, chaos hammered, tempered, becomes celestial patterns. A noblewoman once lamented in the baths, "My chains are these robes and jewels." I pointed to the pearls trembling at her throat. No, your chains are the anxiety of losing them. True, shackles grow not in the world, but in the soul's creases. When we read in Moral Letters 53 that we dance in chains, the dance's rhythm is freedom's truest verse. Must we kneel to tyrants to be free? I ask, true freedom begins by naming the chains. When Nero's shadow darkened Rome, I wrote on mercy in my study. The stylus' scratch was my soul questioning its fetters. Every age wears its crown of thorns. Tyrants forge chains from fear, the wise from awakening. When you dance with chains, each movement becomes a manifesto. As Epictetus taught, we cannot choose the storm, but we can become unsinkable ships. Consider the martyr nailed to the cross, his chains thorns and iron, yet in agony he touched eternity. This reveals a truth. The noblest freedom often walks hand in glove with the heaviest bondage. As I wrote in on the shortness of life, only by understanding death's inevitability can we truly live in the present. Freedom is no static statue, it is perpetual motion. Spin within the chain's embrace, and each shackle becomes a pivot. The mathematician imprisoned, deriving geometry on walls, the painter robbed of hands, sketching Venus with toes. They reveal a truth. We cannot cast off all chains, but we may choose which ones shape our destiny. Like Siren's song, not a curse but nautical wisdom. When you strum fortune, S strings, every note harmonizes chains and freedom. The philosopher exiled for political dissent, his chains the emperor, S wrath, yet in solitude fathered on anger. This proves the sharpest thoughts are born under the heaviest yoke, like sparks from iron's anvil. Only through violent blows do they blaze. Touch your wrist, S pulse, that rhythm is chains, symphony. Some shields against falling, some reminders to fly. When I end this speech, I do not release you, but invite you to reforge your shackles, woven not from fear or desire, but wisdom and compassion. Only by understanding the smith, S craft, can we sculpt our own souls. Listen, the distant clang of chains, freedom knocks.